Hello there, Stevos, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. Today, in this video, I am going to be discussing all things WandaVision. Now, if you are a Marvel fan like me, then this video is for you. If you're not a Marvel fan, this video isn't for you. If you've watched all 9 episodes of WandaVision on Disney+, where the episodes are available to watch, then again, this video is for you. If you have not yet watched all 9 episodes of WandaVision on Disney+, then this video isn't for you just yet. Go back and watch all the episodes of WandaVision on Disney+ before you come back and watch this video, because in this video I am going to be talking all things WandaVision. I'm going to be obviously discussing a couple of spoiler moments as well in this video as well. So without further ado, let's get crack-a-lacking. Okay, so WandaVision then. Well, wasn't it a fantastic series? If you have watched it, I mean, it is an absolutely fantastic series, and I definitely do recommend it to absolutely anybody and everybody. If you are a Marvel fan, then this series is definitely for you, and it is just literally amazing. It really is. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Wanda Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch, in this series, is an absolutely phenomenal actress, and she does play the part really, really well. Paul Bettany, who plays Vision in the series, again, is absolutely amazing. He's a fantastic actor. And Katherine Hayne, she is the star of this series. Let's put it that way. Katherine Hayne is the star of this series, and she's the one that plays Agnes, the nosy neighbour, Agatha Harkness in the series. So yeah, I mean, all 3 of those actors and actresses, they're absolutely fantastic. And obviously I've only seen Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. I've only seen their work in Avengers, in the Avengers movies. I've never seen their work in any other movie or TV show before. And it's the same with Katherine Hayne. I've never seen her work in any other movie or TV show that she's appeared in. She has appeared in some really well-known movies before, so it does make me kind of think, well, maybe I could go back and look at some of the movies that Katherine Hayne has done in the past, and see what she's like in those as well. But I mean, to be honest, Katherine Hayne definitely did steal the show. Now, you're probably wondering, this is a Marvel show, so who was the main villain in this series? Well, you're just about to find out. So the main villain of the series was, well, there's two main villains, okay? So obviously the series let's start with what the series is about, because the series is about Wanda, and she's still dealing with all of this grief. The fact that she's lost Vision 3 times. She's witnessed Vision die 3 times. Twice in Infinity War, and then obviously he then died as Jarvis as well, before he then turned into Vision. So yeah, so obviously she's witnessed seeing Vision die 3 times, and with that comes a lot of grief, because obviously this is her husband, you know, that she is thinking about here. So obviously she goes to Westview, a little town, and Westview was a place where her and Vision were going to spend the rest of their life together. You know, they're obviously husband and wife, and they were going to spend the rest of their life in Westview with a nice house hopefully with some children as well. And yeah, and that's it. Happily ever after. Finished. So obviously, because she lost Vision twice during Avengers Infinity War, first time obviously she killed Vision by taking the Mind Stone out of his forehead, obviously to save the world in theory and stop Thanos from getting the Mind Stone for his Infinity Gauntlet. You know, so she obviously killed him once by taking the Mind Stone out of his head, and then obviously then Thanos then reversed time, and then he was the one who then took the Mind Stone out of Vision in order to put it into his Infinity Gauntlet, in order for his Infinity Gauntlet to be complete with all the stones, and then he was able to do the snap. So yeah, so there's that first bit of grief right there, is the fact that she lost Vision, you know, and she didn't have anything else to live for, in theory. So the main villain in the Marvel series is grief, and we see this from very, very early on in the episodes. And then after that, obviously, we then have Katherine Hayne as Agnes the Nosy Neighbour, and she weirdly comes in at she comes in really weird timings, you know, at unfortunate timings when something bad happens. Agnes is there, literally in that scene, in that moment. So you kind of suspect early on that Agnes is letting off more than what she already knows, and we kind of get this even as we go halfway through the series as well. We kind of get this as well, this vibe, and then obviously we then get to the kind of the episode 7 of WandaVision, and we find out that it was Agnes all along. It was Agatha all along, who was doing all these various crazy things, you know, and she killed the family dog as well, called Sparky, and yeah, so obviously we then see the main villain, which is Agatha Harkness. Now, in the comics, if you don't know who Agatha Harkness is, she's kind of a mentor to Wanda Scarlet Witch. So she kind of teaches her how to use her powers and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is, if you're wondering who Agatha Harkness is, that is who she is. Now, this series has got a couple of surprises in it. First of all, Evan Peters, who played Quicksilver in the X-Men movies, he weirdly made an appearance out of nowhere in halfway through the series, and obviously everyone was wondering, okay, is this really Pietro, who is also, you know, is the other name for Quicksilver, is Pietro. Now, a lot of Marvel fans out there will know that Pietro, which is Wanda's twin brother, died in the movie Avengers Age of Ultron. He died by getting shot by Ultron in that movie. So yeah, so basically it's a little bit confusing really, because you're thinking to yourself, well, hold on, Pietro died in Age of Ultron, so what's he doing turning up in WandaVision? And also as well, why is he being played by Evan Peters, who is the X-Men version of Quicksilver Pietro Maximoff, when he should, if in theory he should be played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson, who played Pietro Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. So, you know, so in theory he was recast, but not recast at the same time, because we then find out later in the series, in fact in the series finale, we then find out that his real name is not Pietro Maximoff and it's not Quicksilver. No, it's called Ralph Bohner. So, you know, I guess in a way there is a little bit of a penis joke there, I know. And to be honest, when I first found out the name of Evan Peters' character was Ralph Bohner, I'm not going to lie, but I laughed as well because I found that really, really hilarious. But I also heard as well that he is also Agnes the Nosy Neighbour's husband. I don't know how true this is though, and I don't know how much you want to go into that, but that's from what I've heard anyway. I don't really know whether or not that is true or not. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, so I must say that Evan Peters did play the role of Quicksilver in WandaVision. He played the role absolutely perfectly. I've never really seen him play Quicksilver in the X-Men movies before, so it kind of makes me want to go back and look at the X-Men movies, despite never seeing the X-Men movies before. So yeah, I mean, I do think he did play the role really, really fantastically, and yeah, he was brilliant. Now, the series does also feature Billy and Tommy. Billy and Tommy are the twins that Wanda has, who Wanda mothers, really, in the series, even though they're not real, because obviously, as we see in the series finale, like Vision is, they're basically in this dream world, Wanda's dream world. That's what the series is all about, it's about Wanda having her dream come true, really, which is obviously having her husband back and also having a family with her husband as well in Westview. So obviously she does get a wish because she does have this pregnancy. This pregnancy is really, really rushed though, because we do see in one episode, very early on in the series, we do see Wanda and her pregnancy really speeds up, and obviously by the end of the episode we see that she then ends up having her twins, Tommy and Billy. We see them grow up really, really quickly in the series as well, from just being little kids to being kind of these 8 to 10 year olds. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, it is really, really good how they did that, really. And I mean, to be honest, it did kind of feel like obviously the storyline bit there was rushed, but obviously because it's a very short series, I guess you could say, and obviously they didn't have a lot of time. They really had to rush this. I do feel as though they had to rush that, which is understandable, you know. And so yeah, so basically that was kind of a really, I mean, the pregnancy scenes were really, really funny, to be honest. I mean, there was a scene that featured a stork, you know, and obviously we have Monica Rambeau in the series as well. Obviously we know Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel, so she appears in WandaVision as well, and we do see her halfway through the series get her superpowers as well, which I think we will see a lot more of in Captain Marvel 2 when that movie does eventually come out. But yeah, so obviously we do see her get her powers. And obviously we do see her come out of the Hex after talking to Wanda about how her brother died. Pietro died in Age of Ultron because obviously, like I said earlier in the video, he was killed by Ultron by being shot. So obviously Wanda didn't like that, so she threw her out of the Hex. Now, if you're wondering what the Hex is basically Wanda's dream world, but it's also a sitcom. Wanda is living a sitcom life. We find out towards the end, in the penultimate episode of the series, we find out that she has an obsession with sitcoms, and it all goes back to when she was a kid, when she used to sit in Sokovia with her twin brother Pietro and her parents. They used to sit down and watch this sitcom show from like the early 70s called The Dick Van Dyke Show. So that's where her obsession of of sitcoms come from, and that is why in every episode that we see, from episodes 1 to around about episode 6, we obviously see her going through different sitcom stages. So, for example, episode 1 would be the sitcom show set in the 50s. Episode 2 would see the sitcom being set in the 60s. Episode 3 would see it being set in more the 70s-80s, and so on and so on. So, yeah, so that's obviously why we do see this change. Obviously, in WandaVision, we see obviously these various different opening title sequences at the beginning of the shows as well. So it does change it up quite a lot, and I do like it because it keeps the show very, very fresh as well. And that's really, really good. I really do like that. We need to talk about what goes on outside the Hex, because obviously we do find out that outside the Hex there's a massive investigation launched about Westview. Obviously nobody knows what's going on inside the Hex, outside the Hex, until we then meet Sword, which is kind of, I'm going to say, a little bit like S.H.I.E.L.D. If you've seen the Marvel TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then you'll know about that side of things, but they're kind of a little bit like Sword, and I'm kind of hoping and praying that from WandaVision we do see a spin-off series for Sword, because I'd love to see a spin-off series for Sword, because I do think there could be a little bit more done with them, especially knowing that they're doing a lot of investigations and stuff like that, so which is really, really good. But what I do like is the fact that obviously we've got Darcy Lewis, who's played by Kat Dennings. She is obviously a fantastic actress, and you know what, Darcy Lewis is a fantastic character as well. She's very, very recognisable, because we do see her in the Thor movies. If you have seen the Thor movies before, then you'll recognise her from there. And then you've also got Jimmy Woo as well, and Jimmy Woo, I do believe he is in the Ant-Man movies as well, and he will actually be appearing in the next Ant-Man movie, which will be coming out over the next year or so. So obviously a lot of these characters, they are going to be appearing in other movies, in future MCU movies, so do watch out for them. But again, Jimmy Woo, again, the character and the actor who plays Jimmy Woo is absolutely phenomenal, and I do think that the actor did play him really, really well as well. So, you know, my hats off goes off to them, obviously. And yeah, I must say as well that, you know, obviously we do see that Jimmy Woo and Darcy, they're a great duo as well together, especially when they're together. The scenes that they have together are fantastic and amazing. And what I must say as well is obviously they kind of don't really know that there's something brewing on the outside of the Hex in terms of Hayward. Now, there's this character called Hayward, and I guess you could say he is a little bit like a villain outside the Hex, because he is rebuilding Vision. So obviously, Sword managed to claim Vision's body when he died after Thanos took that Mind Stone out of him in Avengers Infinity War. So they claimed his body, and they were doing a lot of work to Vision's body, and obviously they were taking him apart and putting him back together again, and it was all part of this kind of master plan to kind of rebuild Vision back up, drain him of his colour so he was completely white, rather than this kind of reddish purple that we normally see of Vision. So he's this completely white version of Vision, and we then obviously he then ends up going back into the Hex, and he's only going into the Hex to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to kill Wanda, so that they can then finally bring an end to this Hex. Now, obviously, there is kind of a little battle between this white version of Vision and the fake Vision that we see inside the Hex. There is kind of a battle between the two in the series finale. The fake Vision that's inside the Hex obviously then gives the white Vision all of his memories, especially from when he was Jarvis to when he was killed by Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, etc, etc, and all the other memories that he has had with Wanda since they've been together. And then after that we then see White Vision then fly off, but we don't know exactly where he's gone. That question is still left to be answered. So yeah, we still don't know where White Vision has gone at this point, but I'm sure we will find out eventually at some point in a future MCU movie, maybe potentially a future MCU show, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, so basically that is a lot of WandaVision that I really wanted to talk about there, to be honest. So like I say, WandaVision kind of ties in with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which will be released in cinemas in March 2022, I believe, is when that movie will be coming out. Like I say as well, obviously there is the Scarlet Witch kind of thing as well, so we do see Wanda kind of become Scarlet Witch in the series finale, which, to be honest, was kind of foreshadowed in this Halloween episode a few episodes ago, that we would see Wanda turn into Scarlet Witch. It all had something to do with the crown that she was wearing as part of her Halloween costume, so there's a lot of foreshadowment there as well. There's a lot of commercials as well that we do see in this TV series, and you know, a lot of these commercials kind of tie in a little bit with some of the episodes, and obviously they do kind of get explained as well. So yeah, I mean, it does all make sense when you do eventually kind of work things out, and a lot of questions do get answered. Some still do get left unanswered, like for example, where did White Vision go? We don't know, and hopefully we do find out at some point in the near future, in a future MCU show or movie. That would be very, very nice to find that out. But like I said, obviously this is just the start of Wanda's story and Scarlet Witch's story, for that matter, because obviously there is going to be Doctor Strange next year. Monica Rambeau, like I said, she's going to be appearing in Captain Marvel 2 next year, so obviously she'll definitely be one to keep an eye out for. And then obviously there's Jimmy Woo, who's going to be appearing in the next Ant-Man movie, so he'll definitely be back. And Darcy Lewis, she's going to be appearing in Thor Love and Thunder, which is the 4th Thor movie, which is going to be released over the next couple of years. So again, that's one to look out for. But apart from that, really, that is everything that I wanted to talk about WandaVision. Obviously, it's been a week nearly already since we had that series finale. Obviously, WandaVision is available to stream. All 9 episodes are available to stream right now on Disney Plus here in the UK and worldwide. And don't forget as well, you can also watch the behind-the-scenes look at how they made WandaVision possible. You can have a look at that in Marvel's Assembled, the making of WandaVision. That will be available on Disney Plus today, in a matter of fact, right now. It is available right now on Disney Plus from 8 AM on March the 12th. Okay, if you want to give that a watch, you're more than welcome to give that a watch. Obviously, the next series that is going to be lined up is going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's going to be 6 episodes of that, so a little bit of a shorter series compared to the 9 episodes that we've just received of WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier starts on Disney Plus, with the first episode streaming on the 19th of March 2021, so that's in around about a week's weeks' time at the time of recording this video for you guys. And obviously I will do a review on Falcon the Winter Soldier as soon as all 6 episodes have streamed on Disney Plus. I will give you my thoughts and opinions on that. But I just thought I'd very quickly let you know that straight after Falcon the Winter Soldier on the 11th of June, we have got the Loki series coming out, and again I will review the Loki series as soon as that has finished streaming on Disney Plus, and then obviously I will then be bringing you reviews all throughout this year on all the other Marvel series that we have got coming up, including the What If, which is an animated series kind of going, what if this happened? What if that happened? So, you know, it's basically like an alternative version of like events that have happened in the Marvel Universe already, which would be really, really interesting to see. Really can't wait to watch that. And I'll also be giving you my review on She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, as well as Hawkeye, and obviously there is a couple of other Marvel movies coming out this year as well, like Black Widow, which be expected to be released in cinemas in May, when the cinemas are eventually allowed to reopen. And then there's obviously Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the 3rd Spider-Man movie, which is coming out at Christmas this year. So you can expect to see me do reviews on those movies, as well as all the other Marvel TV series that are going to be hitting Disney Plus this year. Okay, so there is a lot coming out Marvel-wise this year, and this is 2021 is definitely going to be the year of Marvel. Really, really look forward to getting my teeth stuck into all these TV series and movies that are going to be released in cinemas as well. And I really am looking forward to also reviewing it for you guys to hear my thoughts and opinions on, and obviously whether or not I do recommend the series or not. With WandaVision, I'm going to say yes, I definitely do recommend this series, because obviously it is a fantastic series, and to be honest with you, I know it is a bit of a slow burner to start off with the first 2 episodes, but when you get to episode 3, trust me, if you stick with it, you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it, and you know, you just wait until you see all the shocks and surprises that there are in store with this series. As a matter of fact, it's really funny because I spoke about WandaVision so much that I also got my best friend Kyra to start watching WandaVision, and she's been telling me as well that she's been really, really loving the series as well. It's funny actually, because I also got her to watch The Mandalorian as well when The Mandalorian was on, because I was talking about it so much to her that she decided to give it a watch, and she absolutely loved The Mandalorian as well. So, like I said, WandaVision is available to stream right now on Disney Plus, and the making of WandaVision, which is called Marvel Assembled, is available to stream on Disney Plus from 8 AM UK time on the 12th of March. That is all from me. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are brand new around here to become a Stevo. But from me though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.